Most people waste years waiting for the right time. But here's the truth, the right time does not even exist. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. I used to hesitate myself as well a lot. I wanted to start this YouTube channel for over a decade right now. And every time that I did not start it, is time wasted. And I just wished I started sooner. But from the moment that I finally started to take action, jumping into sales without any skill sets, moving to Bali without any financial safety net, that's the point where things really started to change. 4,000 sales conversations later, I've built a skill and opportunities come my way now. And honestly, I live a life that I could have never imagined just at the age of 22. In this video, I will show you why delaying action is one of the worst mistakes you can make, how to focus on what truly matters, and the 4 key areas that will define your success: health, wealth, impact, and last but not least, relations. Most people don't realize this until it's too late. Regret of action is temporary, but regret of inaction, it weighs tons. That's the thing, you know. I've met a lot of entrepreneurs here in Bali, and every entrepreneur I talk to, they just say me one thing: I wish I started sooner. People don't regret taking action, but people regret taking not enough action. You just don't learn by overthinking, you learn by doing. That's how life works. And that you take action, that does not mean that it has to be perfect, just right away. No, not at all. When I started in sales, I had no skill sets and I just had to learn it through making the reps. I made mistakes as well, you know. Because I had no skill sets and I worked commission only, I went broke and lived on crackers for 2 months. But, you know, I'm still here, so it's good. But because I pushed through, you know, the skills allowed me to work remotely and live the life I live. Now it creates opportunities through the people I meet, through the conversations I'm having. If I was too scared to take the risk, I would not have been here. If there's one big mistake that I wish I would have done sooner, that's changing my surroundings, that's traveling, because the people I met in Lisbon, the people I met in Madeira, and the people I met right now in Bali, it's amazing. They bring you up so much, all because they have more experience than you, they have other knowledge than you, and you connect with them on a whole different level, instead of your same old surroundings that you always know and that's comfortable in a way. That's an action I took, even though I did not have that much money to travel or whatsoever. But those people I met, they helped me up. That also helps me to make a bit more money, a bit more faster, so that helps too. And if there's just one thing that you really need to know about regret, it's that regret of action weighs an ounce compared to the regret of inaction, because that weighs tons. If you don't try, you don't know. Action drives change. You don't need to reflect on things for hours or days or minutes or whatsoever. A minute you can do, but like hours, it's not good. You just need to do things. And the more you do, the more you have to reflect about. But don't start with reflecting, start with doing. Also, most people fail not because they don't take action at all, but it's because they don't stick with it. That's the thing, you know, if you don't stick with the actions you do, you're just in it for the short term. You cannot respect quick results. Things go over time. It took me 2.5 years to build the sales skill I have right now. You need to play it for the long game, not for short-term success, because it does not exist. That's the thing with the skill sets. The moment you start and the moment you keep on sticking with it, it compounds over time. Because the first sales call I ever did, it was the worst ever. But 4,000 sales calls later, I know how to close the deal and it brings opportunities. But that's over 2.5 years. Success does not come by day, and I do not mean that I'm really successful right now, but I'm getting there just because I take the action and over time I improve and I stick with it. That's it. It's not hard, but you still need to do it. If I would have quit really early, I could not work remotely, and again, like, I would not have been here, and this place is quite cool, so I want to be here. Don't worry, I've fallen in that trap as well. I tried YouTube automation, I tried some investing and trading. At one point I had the crazy idea to start an agency before I even had any type of skills at all. But those are all distractions, and you learn from those distractions, of course. But it's not the same as sticking with one thing and focusing on that. Everyone I talk to in the podcast, they all focus on one thing, and that's the moment where things started to take off. And that's the difference right now. Right now, I am in it for the long game. The podcast, I would like to do it for maybe another 5 years at least, because I fucking love doing it. The business I start right now with my companion, I love doing it, and I'm in for the long haul. The sales, I already did it for 2.5 years. I need to keep on doing it for my business. I need to keep on doing it for new opportunities. This channel on itself, like, I love documenting this journey and try to provide value in this way. Just sticking with something is the biggest difference from the people who actually succeed and the people who don't. So ask yourself this question: do you want to succeed, or do you just have this really crazy dream for quick money? Fine by me, but just don't expect it to happen. That's it, you know. Everything that's worthwhile takes time, it takes action, and it takes you doing the reps. So if this video was valuable so far, I would love it if you share this with someone who really needs to hear this, or if you think it's really valuable. I would also love it for you to subscribe, leave a like or a comment, or do a little rain dance or whatsoever. But just mostly subscribe to the channel, so you will be up to date of everything I learned within this whole journey about business, life, digital nomad stuff, and of course the podcast with cool stories. And there's just one lesson I want to give beyond that, and that's actually really simple. It's called delayed gratification. The more you do over time with no real results, but the more you stick with it, the better the reward will be in the end, because you just delay your gratification. If you instead buy a cool watch, then your money is away. But if you just don't buy that watch and reinvest it in your business, and you cannot buy the fun stuff, it will be worthwhile over time, because it would be a better investment to put it in your business than to put it in a watch, even though I like watches. But that's the thing, success isn't doing everything at once. It's knowing which season you're in and knowing what you need to work on. Most people try to balance health, wealth, the relationships, and the impact they want to make all at the same time. But that's the thing that will not work. It's too much. First get one thing in order and then do the others. For example, right now I'm more focused on wealth and impact, because of the podcast, because of the YouTube, because of the business that I work on. I'm trying to create an impact with the things that I work on, and I try to consume wealth for myself. That's what I'm focused on. But it comes with a cost. Like, of course, I meet cool people and I have great relations because I focus on those things, especially because of podcasts. Man, that thing is a game changer, just for me personally. But it also means that I'm less focused on health. It comes with a cost. I do not always eat that good right now, because then I order food because I don't have time or whatsoever. I do not always sleep that well because things need to be done, and then I just don't hit my 8 hours of sleep, and sometimes it's 5 or 3 or 4 or whatsoever. So the things I focus on right now, they come with a cost, and the cost is that my health is not optimal. But I'm fine with that, because I know from the moment I created wealth and impact, I can focus more on relations and health. And that's fine, because it's a season you're in. And trust me, I've tried to balance it all at once. When I still was in a relationship, I woke up every morning at 5, I went to bed at around 11 or whatsoever, just working my ass off, going to the gym, eating healthy, spending a lot of time with the relationship I was in back then. But in the end, I just was exhausted. So just focus on 1-2 things maybe, and it's way better, because you will start to see that things will increase and grow in a way that's beneficial for you. And if you don't know what to focus on, just look at your core values. My core value, my driving power, it's freedom. So everything I do needs to be in the position of freedom. It makes more sense for me right now to focus on impact and on wealth, so I can create freedom for myself, and then later focus on relations and health, because the freedom is already created. But that's because that's my core driving power, it's my core value. So if you feel overwhelmed by all of this, just ask yourself, what's important to me? And based on that, you can decide what to focus on: health, wealth, your relations, or the impact you want to make. That's the thing. Your time is limited on this earth. We all die at some point. So it's better to take action and actually do stuff than have regret of inaction and nothing done. But if you then also just focus on the things that are important to you based on the season that you're in, and you're able to work with the delayed gratification, life will turn strange curveballs at you, and it will be fine, it will be good. So then I would like to say, if you want to know more about discovering your values and what's important to you, click on this video. And if you want to know more about creating a life that matters to you, click on this video. Then, visionaries, I would say thank you for watching, and I'll check you out later. Ciao.